What is up, my BBossBaddies and my fellas? It is your girl Bosana, and welcome BBossArmy. So I am back with the texting video. You guys loved the last one, and I also told you guys, if you did not watch that video, or if you did, I told you guys when I come back, I'm gonna try to give you guys more of like advices and areas of things you can say now, right? I told you guys some of the techniques, the tricks, and I'm still gonna tell you guys some in this video today. But I just want to say that in that video, y'all did want this type of version. And so I'm excited to do this. Please give this video a huge thumbs up. If you guys want another version, if you guys want me to give you more tips on exactly things you should say and how to respond, let me know. And then also any other videos you want to see, let your girl know. And I do have 2 other channels, links down below. And you guys, I will tell you guys the topics. For those who don't like to watch until the end, it's okay. But our 2 topics today, and it's honestly a whole bunch of stuff, but I kind of put it into 2 so you guys can get that part easily. Okay, so it's gonna be how and when women dry text you and they go ahead and what, try to dry text and they don't continue the conversation, or when they just come back and then act like they weren't missing. I'll tell you guys what you guys should do in that situation. And then the other thing that we will be talking about today is, oh yeah, y'all ready for this one, is going ahead and making her wait when it's the morning text. And what you can do if you guys, for those men, I didn't mean to roll my eyes, but I know some of you guys just love showing these girls or women out here love when they don't show you. But for those who want to know how to morning text, or they are in the morning text type of thing, they like to morning text, they want to give that morning text to that girl, I will also tell you guys what you should do and how to go about that, because I know there's going to be some fellas out there that are going to want to, even though I'd recommend you guys, of course, you shouldn't really, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I want to talk about, like I said, is the dry texting. A lot of times, oftentimes, you're gonna have women basically dry text you. Simple. They're gonna act like, you know, they are not that interested. Some women are really not that interested. But in this case, this is not a time for you guys to panic. A lot of fellas actually panic in the way of texting more, asking so many more questions, trying to get so much out of her. Fellas, by you guys doing that is showing how much of a simp you could be, that you are, or in that moment. I know a lot of you guys always feel strongly about yourself, like, hey, I know sometimes you guys can slip up as well, but you have to remember, if you're not showing that you're an alpha dude or that sigma dude that you say you are, or high value, if you don't show that value of who you are by your texting and you're over here entertaining, texting back quickly, and I'm gonna get into what you guys can say in a second, but if you want to be that guy that's like, oh, I got to make sure she's not worried that I'm missing, and I got to make sure that she doesn't feel like I'm not interested. If you're also that guy that's like, okay, she's dry texting me, but that's fine, I don't mind dry texting, and you guys want to still tolerate that, let me tell you guys, fellas, if you do that, you're going to be, like I said, a simp, but it shows your value being less than, and no woman's going to actually respect you like that. And it's simply because you're not showing that you respect yourself enough. If a woman's dry texting you and showing you these things, those are signs, right? You don't want it to take you for a fool. You don't want it to think you're an idiot. You don't want it also to think that you have so much time in your hands and not other options. And so now, the best part for some of you guys, what I would go ahead and recommend you guys to do is you got to go and end it now. Now, when you end it, you don't go out strong in a sense of, okay, well, I got to go, or hey, you're dry texting me and I can't talk to you. Like, you're not going to end it in that way. What you will do is end it as if, okay, well, I have a life, or I'm moving on, or this is what she's going to have to feel, fellas. Are you following? You're going to end it, and I'm about to tell you what to say exactly. You're going to end it in a way where she feels like, oh, okay, well, he's not bothered, or he's actually busy, or maybe last thing, he has another girl or other girls and he's somewhere else or over there entertaining them. Okay? So what you guys can go ahead and say is, and this is a response of, let's say if she says, what are you doing, right? Gives you something as basic as, what are you doing, after you just told her that you had this going on and you gave her basically a good conversation to continue on, right? Or, you know, you just actually asked her a question and she's still giving you that dryness, right? So if she gives you that, what are you doing, or gives you that what's up, and then you notice this conversation is just dry. So let's say you tell her that I'm just hanging out, whatever you're doing, right? Or you're just watching something that, I don't know, something that's informative, something that maybe will make her look at you and be like, okay, he's on his purpose. You don't need to brag. It could be something simple, a routine that you like to do, right? So once you do that, when she hits you with the what are you doing, you tell her, okay, hey, I'm just watching this type of video. It could be videos you like, videos that help you. I like to say this for just generally, because I'm the type of person that I love to talk about videos. You can see I love doing videos as well. So I could actually spark a conversation easily, and it will spark my interest if you were to tell me something about videos, what you're watching, how you like this and that. But just simple, bring it up so I can go ahead and ask you, and I could jump off of that question or jump off of your response. So in most cases now, when we have modern day women that make it so difficult for you guys to go ahead and get texting done, fellas, you have to be ready. Once again, when I told you guys, you show your value. If she's not going to dry text you, or all of a sudden she's dry texting, like, who knows, maybe she's with a guy now. But if she's doing that, you stand up for yourself by standing out, by stepping away. And now what you will go ahead and say is the whole same, and then actually about to hit the gym. So what you're doing with this, fellas, I need you guys to get this. And I'll tell you guys a little bit about the last thing. I'm gonna be talking about the whole morning thing. What I will do though is, because I realized this topic, I had a good feeling, but just this topic alone, there's so much things that I have to touch on. So we'll probably just do a part 2, or maybe we'll continue this video and then just break these videos apart, okay? So now back to what I was saying, and we can kind of wrap up with this part, saying the same, about to hit the gym. So many great things out of this, because first things first, she was dry texting you, or she was basically getting ready to end the conversation. You beat her to it, okay? Another great thing that is happening once you guys have basically established where, well, now you are, that you're not going to entertain the dry texting, you're not here for it, or you have better things to do, you're going to have her not try these things. And if she still tries it, it's because she's still testing you, right? But what you're doing, ultimately, the best thing about it is you're keeping it simple. You're showing you're not bothered as a man that she's now dry texting you, right? She might have just told you, oh, chilling, right? Cool. She might have gave you those basic things that girls just throw out there when they don't care to really speak to you. She might have gave you something so light, or, you know, you might have got more, but it was still so little, because it's like, I gave you all this, or you're supposed to actually give me a solid answer. So now, fellas, what's happening is when you hit her with the same next part, how I added about to hit the gym, you were just now watching a video, right? That's what you told her. Whatever you were doing before doesn't matter, because now you're changing what you're doing, and you had plans to do this. So also, you guys can remember, you don't have to make sure that this girl knows when you're doing things, how you're doing it, what time you're going to be done. The whole idea is to get her to want to know these things, and she's not going to want to know these things when she's already being told. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times you got to leave the mysterious. Can I say that? Mysteryness? Leave that in there. Leave the curiosity. That's the word I was really looking for. Leave that curiosity there so she can go ahead and wonder, want to wonder, go and find, research. This is what happens when a girl doesn't know much and is speaking to this guy, and this guy is giving her so little. And especially when she's not trying and you guys are not trying as well, it also makes it harder for her, of course. So now I want to go ahead and say, fellas, if you go ahead and hit her with that, I'm about to hit the gym, just change your plans, right? She's going to also feel like, wow, okay, you just are going to change your plans like that, or you don't want to talk to me no more. Yes, women will think this no matter what, you guys. That's why I tell you guys, if you know these basic things, not basic, actually, I wouldn't say it's so basic, but these things, when you place it, and then you place like your personality into it, your game, how you are, right? You might not be a gym guy. You might be a gamer. You like other things. Whatever it is, when you place it into it, after knowing how women are, you will get women. You can nearly get any woman. So moving on, fellas. If you hit her with the, let's say you're a gym guy, about to hit the gym, She's feeling most definitely, oh, you're just going to change your plans. Oh, you're about to hit the gym. She has to feel these questions, and she has these questions is because woman and validation is what runs them. Now, I have plenty of validation videos, but knowing that it runs them, they don't get validation when you guys are not messaging them. They don't get validation when you guys just disappear. And then you guys have to also get that, yeah, you might not be in situations where you have the opportunity to just cut off a woman or ignore her and have it successfully work. Yes, you might not be in that opportunity, but that's okay, because now you're going to create opportunities such as this. So you going ahead and not letting her know out of the blue, just telling her I'm going to the gym, and also doing something that you should be doing, honestly. Hit the gym, fit life, get healthy. Even if it's just like you wanting to do something like cardio or just run on the treadmill. I don't know. But, you know, those are the things that will make a woman look at you and say, okay, you're taking care of yourself. Okay, give you some credit. Get all the credit. Told you guys, all the check marks you can get, you need to get from women. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up and say this. I already, like I said, had plans to do the morning thing in a separate part. Like I said, I'll probably just film this continuation and cut it. If not, we'll just start a whole new version. And yeah, okay, so now I just want to go ahead and say, actually, I'm not gonna continue on this one because we might just drop it in a few days. And yeah, okay, now sorry y'all, had to really say that. This whole gym thing, I'm still stuck on it because a lot of fellas, these are the little areas where if you really tweak and you perfect it, you're absolutely gonna win with women. Okay, so now when you hit her with that, like I said, she's feeling like, okay, well, that's what you're about to do. Now, if she's not bothered by you going and just disappearing or changing your plans out of the blue, or just you know, if she's not bothered or she's supporting, or hey, okay, nice, he's just going to the gym. If she doesn't feel no ways, fellas, do it again and again and again and do it better, but worse for her each time. So like I said, you don't need to be going out cold and be disrespectful, telling her, you know, okay, well, you're dry texting me by and cuss her out and all that stuff. No. If you're going out, you're going to go out peacefully. You're going to go out respectfully. And so fellas, what you're doing now is just putting that out there, and then you're going to make it to be known that you're not going to play these games. So when I say you have to do it again, next time she dry texts you, you have to do it again. Same thing. She does it again. Now you have to do it worse. When you do it worse, you might just not respond. You might get to that point where you're tired, you're fed up. Maybe she'll dry text you so bad. Or maybe she's on social media or other places, you know, she's active and is just ignoring you, right? All these things happen. So I'm just going to leave this at this. This is honestly a topic that I could just do its own separate video on, honestly. Like, I can talk for days with this, but that is okay. We can go ahead and move on. So I'm going to touch bases on some of the stuff that I will be talking about in the next video, this part 2 or series, we can say. So now, wait. If you guys want to text her, good morning, okay, you can't be corny with it, right? And you can't go out doing it like everybody else. And you definitely can't, you got to be so simple with it, okay? And you definitely have to hit her with morning things. You got to short form things, GM, like all those things, right? So I just gave you guys the touch, just a little bit of touch of what we're going to talk about if we do want to be that guy, if you want to be that guy that does the morning text. Next thing I want to just talk about as well is that morning text and ask what she's doing. When you do this morning text, you don't have to actually treat it like a morning text. Now, this is going to be a technique. This is going to be a trick because you're going to go ahead and wait. 2 things. When you give her the morning text, if you want to do it in the morning, when it's actually morning, you don't need to say morning. You can hit her with the, what are you doing? That's a great way of just not being regular, right? Not being like everybody else, standing out a little bit more, and also just showing that, okay, you're not going to be this good morning, good night type of guy also, right? So when you go ahead and text her, the first part, like I just said, little recap, you're going to make sure, fellas, listen, you're going to go make sure that you're going to be nice with it once again, but make sure you're just keeping it away from making it to be a morning thing. Morning text, morning this, morning that, how's your morning going? You could hit her with that as well, but you see, it still could be basic. It could be corny. It could be typical. It could be every single guy. You're not every single guy, are you? Ask yourself that. But now, when you wait, and this is the next part. If you guys, I'm not going to go back on this one. I really just want you guys to get that part. Make sure you're just replacing that good morning with something else. And it's as simple as what are you doing could be that. Or, I don't know. What do you guys like to say? I'm thinking of things that I would say, but you have to understand women are all different. I was really just going to say to you guys and I had to hold back. You could say something like, oh, what time did you wake up? Or what time did you sleep last night if you guys didn't sleep late, right? Not those questions have to be out there because those are kind of personal. But as your relationship grows, there's certain things you have to start replacing, right? Morning texts, morning things, so you can show that you care, but you don't want to show that you're a simp. Okay? I hope you're getting that part. But now we got to go ahead and wrap up with this last part of when you do this next part. If you want to do the morning, you don't do the morning text, but you just make sure you do it afternoon, after 12 p.m. you guys. Fellas, now, if you want to go ahead and say afternoon, cool. It's better than morning. You can still do that, but you're coming in the afternoon, and it's because you didn't wake up in the morning, and the first thing on your mind is to speak to her, to call her, okay? Leaving it at that, you guys, and we will go and continue in a different video. Bye, you guys.